talking about the expo.
All right. Hey friends, I'm here with Brandon from the Alberta Reptile and Amphibian Society and Grant, who literally runs the entire show here at the Mississauga Pet Expo, the Canadian Reptile Expo, the Canadian Aquatic Expo. Is a giant event, and we're just having a moment to talk about the societies, the expo, and CanHerp, all of it coming together. So, Grant, you want to say a bit about, first off, the expo? You brought everyone together, and you got the general pet people, the aquatic people, and the reptile people all in one place. How did it go?
You know, I want to first start off by thanking both of you for coming in. I think it's really important to show a unified front when we're campaigning to keep the opportunity to work with specialty pets. So thank you both for coming out. And also, secondly, I just moved tables. My team and my family are the ones that put on the show. Thanks to the vendors and all those guys, they're phenomenal. But one thing, a vision that my wife and I have always had over the years is bringing the entire pet world together, especially specialty pets.
Yeah.
And our September shows, which is the foundation of the Canadian Reptile Breeders Expo, is really that's it. So we brought the Canadian Reptile Breeders Expo, the Aquatic Expo for the first time, and of course the Canadian Pet Expo itself. We really believe that the enthusiastic pet families today, whether it's a dog, cat, bird, fish, or reptile, we're all one and the same, and we all really should be working together, and that's the purpose. Dog shows, cat shows, reptile shows, fish shows, they always have their own individual segments,
Yeah.
and we appreciate that and support it. But at the end of the day, we all have the exact same interests in mind.
Absolutely.
That's the animals we're sharing our lives
Exactly.
with. The companionship.
Yeah.
You see it
Yeah.
when you're doing the terror shows,
Yeah.
right?
The terror shows, yeah, it might be just reptile expos that we put on ourselves, but everybody at the reptile expo, a lot of breeders, they all have dogs, cats, different birds, and small animals, right? So they all care about the animals, and that's why we're all here, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we saw it in Winnipeg,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely,
With the
yeah.
recent bylaws, and you folks were involved with that.
Yeah, and we had a lot of support from, so in Winnipeg, if you haven't seen, there was a bylaw presentation that would have banned a lot of specialty pets. So it left dogs and cats alone, but it targeted things like guinea pigs, hamsters, birds, fish, and obviously our reptiles and amphibians that our society specifically focus on. So we worked with we talked to a bunch of the other societies, and CanHerp came out, and you guys really helped us figure out a way to come together, voice our concerns. That bylaw thankfully did get
Tables.
scrapped for now.
Shelved.
There you go. But it's really an eye-opening thing that all of our pet communities need to work together, because the things that are a problem in one group are probably a problem in all the groups, and we can work together and say, how did you solve that? And how are you working on that? This is what we can bring to the table. This is how we do things. And this was so much fun to see all of the different expos and the different communities in those expos come together in one place.
Yeah, and you take the communities, and then you take the stakeholders. You mentioned Winnipeg. The Winnipeg campaign was really supported extensively by Petland,
Yes.
Roger Salm. And this is something I think a lot of hobbyists over the years, including clubs, have missed the opportunity to bridge that relationship. Now, I know that you specifically went out and bridged that relationship with Petland, which congratulations to the Manitoba Herp Society for doing so and taking that initiative.
Yeah, I would love to work with them more.
Yeah, with the stakeholders, and you'll have that in Alberta as well.
Yeah.
The stakeholders of the pet retail, they're actually our friends. We need to work with them because they're the ones that are there 7 days a week, front of the lines to help support the hobby. And if there is one hobbyist out there that can honestly show me they did not start their hobby and their passion without walking into a pet store, I got a hat for you.
A pet store or a pet expo like this.
Specifically at Petland. I found my first blue-tongued skink at a Petland, fell in love, and here I am 15, 20 years later, still.
Exactly. Today we were fortunate enough to have some great ambassadors come down for the weekend. We had Sandy Moore from Seagrass Farms, Florida, one of the largest aquatic suppliers in the world. Chris Biggs from Winnipeg, Matt Aquaris. We had George Farmer from the United Kingdom. And then we were visited by Roger Salm from Petland, Mark Hagen, the legacy of the Hagen family. And for these guys to take the time out of their schedules to come here to share the passion that we're all showing, that you're showing and stuff, it means a lot to the entire community and hobby.
Yeah.
CanHerp is an advocacy group that's supporting the specialty pets, reptile specific.
Yeah.
We have a lot of opportunities and we have a lot of great things in the future and stuff. And I introduced, I think, both of you to Nancy Eggleton from KOAC.
Yeah, absolutely.
KOAC is an organization that supports the clubs.
Yeah.
Again, somebody that's within all of our circles at the end of the day looking for what? To support the animals. So
Exactly.
Absolutely.
education and key, and we touched a little bit about people acquiring animals and not really getting the education and the knowledge.
Yeah.
That's something very sensitive to a lot of us.
Yeah.
And vendors here specifically are about sharing the information. And yes, you have purchases or acquisitions or adoptions that sometimes aren't the most well thought out, but the ability to hear, for example, with 390 vendors, you're gonna get that information one way or another.
Absolutely.
Whether you want it or not.
And
right?
you had specific tables that were strong education. You had reptile rescue tables. You had all of these people who are not necessarily breeders, but who support the community or are adjacent to the community. And we were all in one place. And that was, to me, the most exciting, was having everyone together. I would have loved even more like stakeholder meetings if we could have arranged it, or I would love a community space, not Facebook, where everyone can maybe talk together, something that is pet friendly specific and supports all of the pet community. I don't see that out there. I don't know that you're the right person or I'm the right person to start it. Maybe someone watching will be, but I want to see the community come together. That's my goal, and I think this was a big part of it.
Yeah, no, I think everything, even the folks you guys do at the terrace shows, Calgary's next weekend.
Yeah, this weekend, yeah.
This weekend, where's that?
At the Absolute Baseball Academy in Calgary, Alberta.
So, we've got some great events, great opportunities for everyone to really bridge, communicate, share the knowledge and stuff. I think you'll see in the coming years now that, remember, this is the first CRB out of COVID.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've been 3
Yep.
years dry, right? And
Yeah.
a number of the guests that we were hoping to have up for our advocacy roundtable couldn't travel as of yet.
Yeah.
Okay,
You're gonna see that come together a little bit quicker now,
Yeah.
so.
awesome.
Yeah, that'll be nice to see. I find in the hobbyist side of things, people don't realize the industry as a whole. They kind of just see themselves as, my pets are important to me, but pets are important to everybody, so we need to all come together.
Yeah, absolutely. You're 100% correct on that. And the only way we're going to be able to protect our opportunity to share our lives with our specialty pets is to come together.
Yeah.
And that's the important thing. It's not just about you, it's about everyone.
That's right.
Because we are a small community.
We're a small community, but we're really loud when we all get together.
Exactly.
We showed that this weekend.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did it in a responsible manner. Like,
Yeah.
it was amazing to watch people engage with other pet families and then actually go out to look to find the breeder of choice or
Yes.
find the companion of choice. And that's exciting stuff.
It is.
Yeah.
That's exciting stuff. So, but again, thank you both for making the track.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having us.
We look forward to doing it again in the real future, and good luck with your expo next weekend. And we're always there to help out. So give us a shout.
Absolutely, yeah. So if you're watching this, please remember, support your local herb society, support CanHerb or USARC, both ideally. Support your local animal societies as well. There's societies for fish people, there's societies for bird people. Try and support them so that we can all come together and advocate on behalf of the animals that we love.
And don't forget to support your local pet retailer, Specialty Pets.
Yep.
They're our partners, and sometimes, yeah, we like to help them out with knowledge and education. And all it means is sometimes picking up a phone, not an email. Engage, communicate, introduce yourself.
Yeah.
It helps everybody at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks for watching, everyone, and hope you all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and make sure you come out to the next expo.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
See ya.